Good evening, people. I'm Lavanja, and this is Arsenal Lounge. I hope you guys are tuning in. This is a show I've been looking forward to doing. Without further ado, let's introduce the fellow guests. So I don't know how to introduce him, the main man or a fellow lounger or whatever you want to call him. Shaheen, how you doing, brother?
Thanks, man. I'm good. Good evening, everybody. Yeah, all good. A lot of exciting things happening. We've been working behind background to get things going. So, yeah, all good. I'm happy. We've got things lined up. And I'm happy for this first guest, Springer. Good to see you, man.
No, you're taking that as well, yeah? The introduction's off me already. You're taking that off me as well, yeah?
Yeah, well, you snooze, you lose.
I know.
Good evening, people.
I'm not even going to go into. I'm not even going to answer that. How you doing, Springer? You're right, brother.
Yeah, I'm cool,
took my boing thing away from me. The bounce back ability gags and all that. Shaheen just took it away. He's like one of those people that kill the vibe when they come into a party. Thanks, Shaheen. But I'm really happy to have you here, though, Springer, man. You know, I've been waiting to get you on here.
Appreciate it, man.
I know you've been working hard, so we'll chat to you in a bit. Hey, Shaheen, you got something you want to announce? Clearly, you've been saying you got something else you want to announce. Oh, how you doing, the assembled? Good to see you again, man. And DJ Fury in the house. Very true. You snooze, you lose. Yeah, cheers, mate. Shaheen, another announcement.
Yeah, guys.
I'm guessing
Yeah,
you want to give us something new.
We've managed to secure another show. So every Sunday around 7:30ish, we're going to be joined by Graham. Graham is, I think he's very well known amongst the Arsenal fans. He's got excellent tactical analysis into each game, and he's really insightful. So he's going to be joining us every Sunday. That's going to work well as well, because if we're in Europe, it will probably be straight away after our game. So because we're going to play on Sundays if we're still in Europe. So we've got that going as well as the Wednesday show with Lee Judges in Turkish. So that's another one that is now done and confirmed. So every Sunday, Graham will be joining us. I'm looking forward to it as well, because he's got really good analysis, and I think he's gonna. Yeah, that's a DJ Graham Brooks. Him. He's I'm really looking forward to it, and I'm chuffed, to be honest with you. It's a fantastic start, and it's more to come. It's not the end. We're still working on a few other shows.
The chief scouts at it again.
Yeah, we're
going out there and he's finding the best.
On a few other things. So we've got a few things.
I like that. I mean, obviously,
come through.
As we've been trying to say to everyone, this is what we want to do. We want to take things to the next level and get people on that we think is going to add value and people want to see. And Graham Brooks is another example of that. And I can't wait to hear his insight on many levels and to also give my opinions and see what he thinks of those. Guys, any of you boys been watching any of the games during the weekend? Obviously, we haven't been playing. We've got our game coming up on Monday against Liverpool. We know that's a massive game. Anyone been watching anything?
Actually, nothing, bro. I've just been working. I've just seen the results coming in thick and fast, and I'm like,
Man City just got spanked.
Yeah. I've just I'm just looking at the results and thinking, Arsenal looking good, innit? We're looking good. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Don't say that yet, Springer.
It's early days, isn't it? Early days.
I think the best part of the weekend. I think the best part of the weekend was that last-minute penalty to Newcastle. That was just beautiful. That was beautiful.
I was saying that was a ridiculous decision. The only saving grace was it was a ridiculous decision against Spurs. So
that's why it was beautiful.
I'll see you.
If that was us, we would have been fuming. If that was us, we'd all be on social media now. Millions of us going.
Mourinho was saying madness in his interview.
So again,
I watched some of it. Yeah, he didn't say a madness. He was like, I'd rather give money to charity than to give away money to the FA. But basically saying if he speaks, they're going to fine him. So so he was it was a little slide dig. But there's been some mad results, though, isn't it? If you think about it, look at Liverpool, not Liverpool, Chelsea. They were 3-0 down against West Brom. So then what is going on? Do you know what I mean? Like, just because
they were lucky
teams have gone and spent a lot of money, There's some weird results going on, guys.
Yeah,
So
well, look, left to be honest with you, if you go and sign a 35-year-old defender from Palestine, he's not going to come and light up the Premier League, is he? He made a mistake.
well, that's a good point.
Goal.
Yeah,
that's a good point. That's a good point, Shaheen.
Crazy as well.
I know, but like if we were them, we probably would have as well. Like they were going in and buying everyone, weren't they? All the big names assembled, as just mentioned as well. Man United, they won by a contentious penalty yesterday. What the hell was all that about? The game had ended, and then they brought it back, and then they awarded a penalty. That shit would, you know what? That shit would never happen to us. Never happen to us in a million years.
It don't happen to us. Full stop. Full stop.
No.
So I mean, guys, obviously, coming back from it without fans, is that making a difference? Like at the ground, and like teams are not scared of each other. I mean, obviously the West Brom game, they were at home yesterday, but you know, our team's going into this a bit more of a leveler because there are no fans either way. Some fans will put pressure on home teams, for example. Has that worked in our favour? What do you reckon?
You know what? You see, like when you go to Anfield, like their fans are just crazy. Yeah. They intimidate the players. So I think the fans do have an effect. But so what you're seeing now is that it's like manager against manager with their tactics. Yeah, that's what you're seeing. So you see who really is the good manager. Do you know what I mean? Who sets up perfectly, and that's what it's coming down to. Because the fans do play a part. Let's be honest. They get the adrenaline going in them players.
I mean, that's what was going to be my question. I mean, I didn't want to bring it in so early, so I mean, maybe we'll leave it. But
go on.
Is us going to Anfield at this stage potentially advantageous without the fans? Because that's what makes Anfield, isn't it? It's the fortress. Yeah. So is us going there like this better for us?
Yeah, because you're on a level playing field now. Do you know what I mean? It's 11 against 11. No, 11 against 12. Do you know what I mean? Fans being the 12th man. So it's an advantage for us. It's just it's level now.
Yeah, I agree. Before I tell you what I think, that can you get rid of that StreamYard thing? I don't know what that is there.
I thought it's just on my screen. So yours left.
I don't know. Let's have a look.
StreamYard.
I'll do my best.
Love it. If you go back up.
Is that annoying you, Shaheen? Is it?
It is. It is. Yes. I think going to Anfield.
I'll work it out in a second.
Go on.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think going to Anfield without fans definitely does make a difference. Because, as you said, Spring, Anfield is, the cop and all that. It is intimidating. And if exactly. But then without the fans, then it's quality versus quality and tactic versus tactic, and that's where we can get undone possibly on quality a little bit. I think, tactic-wise, I'm confident that Arteta can come up with the right tactic that they can execute on a pitch or not is a different thing. But definitely without fans, it makes a difference. Same thing. If you're another fan and you come into Emirates, I know possibly are not as intimidating as Anfield. Still, it does make a difference. Any stadium, like Crystal Palace, man. If you go to Palace away without fans, it's very different to go to Palace away with fans because it's very close to the pitch and all on top of you, and. So I think it does definitely make a difference when there are no fans. I just hope that we don't get done on quality. So.
You see what old school Gooner said?
Fair enough. What did he say?
Gooner is a top man.
I think he's got a point there. He said tomorrow we won in the midfield. Sorry, I'm hoping for a draw. I said the midfield ain't competing.
Yeah.
I hope I'm wrong. I think you're right. Be honest. I think he's right.
Do you know?
Yeah, I think so too.
What do you think he's going to go with? What do you guys think he's going to go with in midfield? I mean, how do you think they're going to sort of set up?
He's not going to play Torreira, so he's just left with three people: Ceballos, Xhaka, and Elneny. It's between them. It's quite obvious what he's going to go for.
All right, so look, I think the more of the pressing question then is, who does he start at the back? What do you guys think? What do you think he's going to go with at the back to begin with?
What do you think, Spring?
Who I would probably start with, yeah, I'd go Niles, Gabriel, put Luis in there for experience, and Tierney.
Okay.
I know you love the
So
Bellerin,
you would
man,
go
you know,
Niles over Bellerin. You'd go Niles over Bellerin right now.
Yes, Lee.
Okay.
Yes, Lee. Yes.
Yeah. I love that, Springer. I love that controversy already. Okay, look.
Yes.
Do you know? Yeah, I'll probably. If you had asked me this a couple of weeks ago, I'd agree. I don't want to say it yet. So I'm not going to. But there's been signs with Bellerin. There's been signs. Has his mentality changed because of Cedric? Has it changed because he loves up Tierney and now he wants to wear tight shorts and a moustache and look like, I don't know, something from the... I don't know what's going on with him right now, but he's decided he's gone back to the 80s and he's trying to be like Tierney and his mentality's changed. So I don't know. With that one. That's a contentious one. What do you guys think? You go for Niles or you go for Bellerin? Let us... Shaheen, what do you think? What would you
listen, he needs to play somebody who is going to be able to deal with Mane. And I think between, I'm a bit unsure about. I mean, Maitland-Niles, he can put it about physically. I think a little bit more than Bellerin, but Bellerin, I think, is a little bit faster than Maitland-Niles. So it's between the two. I don't. You know what? In the past big games, he's played Bellerin, so I think he's going to play Bellerin.
I think, let's be honest, as long as you don't play Cedric, innit?
No, I don't think he's going to play Cedric.
Yeah,
no, I think he's going to play Bellerin because in the past big games he's played Bellerin. So,
you reckon to play Holding? Anyone think he's going to play Holding? You think Luke? I'm thinking Gabriel definitely. Do you think he's going to bring back Luis and go with the tried and tested recent Holding? Because he, for me, was struggling against West Ham with Antonio. So would you guys still go with Holding, or do you think he's going to replace Holding?
No, I won't go for Holding one bit. No.
Well, no. Well, I think he will go with Holding because he ain't got any other option. He's not going to play Mustafi or Socrates or Chambers. Saliba is definitely not going to play. I'll be shocked if
Saliba's
Saliba comes in now.
He's going to go with Holding, isn't he? Then.
So he hasn't got any other because Gabriel is a left-footed centre back. So if he plays Tierney at the left foot centre back position, he either has to get rid of David Luiz to play Gabriel in the middle, which I don't think he will do. So I think he will play Gabriel, Luiz, Holding, and I think he'll play Tierney on the wing.
See, DJ Fury he hasn't
got anybody else.
Firstly, Cedric's injured, so thanks for letting us know that, DJ Fury. Yeah. And he reckons Bellerin would get embarrassed by Mane. Yes, he would embarrass Hector. And they also think Holding will play. So, look, all right, so that's the back line, we reckon. I think he will start Bellerin, myself. It's a tough one. I mean, he could go, as you lot said, Tierney, bring him a third centre-back, drop Holding, and then put in somebody else in Tierney's position. He could do that. He's done that before, hasn't he? But I don't know if that's going to happen. And I'll tell you why I don't think that will happen. Liverpool's weakness is also their strength. It's their fullbacks bombing on. So, you know, Tierney's got that understanding with Aubameyang as well. Balls over the top, in behind those fullbacks when they push on. And that's how we hit them now. We hit them on the break. So I reckon that he's going to go Bellerin and Tierney because they bomb on, but they come back as well. And they, you know, that's what happens. So then going on to midfield, do you think he's going to go Xhaka, El Neni? Do you think he's going to do?
No, it's going to be Xhaka, isn't it?
What would you guys do?
Look, El Neni, he hasn't played badly every time he comes in. So he hasn't, he played against some decent teams as well. So you can't say he's coming before and he hasn't done well and we don't know and this, that, the other. But for a game like this, I think you need to have someone like Ceballos in the middle who can get hold of the ball and play a little bit. Because if you sit back against Liverpool too much, there's no point. They're going to be on top of you all the game and you will concede. So you need somebody like Ceballos who can pick up the ball and play a little bit in the midfield, get the ball, drive up a little bit, bring the team up, and maybe play somebody like Willian or Aubameyang on the side in, or play Lacazette through. So if you take that away, if you play Xhaka and El Neni, we will officially have zero creativity in midfield. Yeah. So he has to.
I agree with you on that. I agree with you. Yeah, Ceballos as well you need him for the quick transition. That's what you're saying, basically. Yeah. So when you're playing a soak up game to counter, when that ball breaks, you need somebody who can change it quickly and make that first initial pass, really quick out to the attacking players.
Yeah, you want somebody in the middle.
We're the only type of player we can have that is Ceballos. Yeah,
that's right. So you need him to get the ball, turn, and move forward, play the ball out. You know, if you don't have that, I really don't see Xhaka and only getting the ball, turning and playing the ball out wide or anything like that.
Yeah, Xhaka gives you a ball over the top sometimes when they come off. I mean, so you're saying Xhaka? Are you saying Xhaka, Ceballos, and who's the third then in that middle then?
Xhaka and Ceballos. Yeah, I think apart from Maitland-Niles, I think he will probably play the same team that he played against Liverpool or Chelsea in FA Cup final, obviously, except the keeper and everything. But more or less, I think it will probably be the same team. That's what I think, obviously.
Springer, your thoughts? Do you think that's going to be the midfield?
Yeah, 100% is. Because if you play Xhaka and El Neni, it's just going to be like you're not going to be able to get someone to spray that ball over. Do you get what I mean? Take it from like our half to their half. That's not really El Neni's game.
No.
Yeah. So Bias does that.
See, this is it. Is he going to play El Neni? I hope.
Some big dragonfly.
What are you doing, man? What's going?
Some big dragonfly just walked in. He wants to be a part of the
Springer's live from the Bahamas right now. This is something you don't know about. He's so, go on, carry on.
So yeah, that's what I think it goes. Xhaka and Ceballos.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think so too. Right. If he plays El Neni and Xhaka, I think we'll probably lose the game because there is no creativity. There's not going to be any ball supplied to Lacazette or the guys on the side. I see Asembo was Willian can play number 10 role, but he hasn't done it up until now. I don't think this game will be the one to start playing Willian. If anything, the only thing actually I'll tell you, well, you haven't come to that, but instead of Willian, I would play Pepe out wide.
That was my next bit, but you love nicking my next bits, don't you?
Yeah,
that's what you just reveal.
You lose.
Take my reveal, isn't it? Oh man, listen, right? Just stop that shit, right? Let's try and keep some sort of format going on here. Yeah. So okay then, Shaheen. So where would you go with the front three then? This is my next question, obviously.
Well,
prick.
I think Lacazette has got to play. I don't think this is a game for Nketiah because I don't think Nketiah has got that physicality on top that Lacazette provides. And well, you think Nketiah can put it about?
No, well, I'm just saying.
You got Van Dijk.
I would prefer Lacazette. Don't get me wrong, but I was just wondering whether he will go for that Nketiah work.
Yeah, no, I think
because he does cover a lot of ground.
Yeah, but listen, he last time Liverpool played Fabinho and Van Dijk at centre back. They're just gonna handle Nketiah, no problem. Lacazette, he puts it about a little bit more, I think. He gives them a little bit more, something more to think about. Whereas Nketiah, maybe he can be introduced 70th minute or 65 to bring a bit of pace. If we're still in the game, or if it's a draw, bring him about, just add a bit of pace, put them under pressure a little bit. But I think Lacazette on top, and obviously Aubameyang on the left. And I would play Pepe on the right. Because you need...
So this is the contentious part, isn't it? This area.
Yeah. Well, I think because Pepe has got pace and trickery, and we need somebody like that on the break. There's not much difference between Pepe and Willian, to be honest with you, in terms of what they offer.
Experience.
Yeah, well, but Pepe has got more trickery, I think, in him than Willian. And we need somebody to have a bit of trickery, keep the ball up a little bit, because we're going to be under pressure a bit more. And I think Pepe, look, he did really well in the FA Cup final that he was playing, and I think he was very influential in our win. And I think Pepe will probably offer a little bit more than Willian. If he plays Willian, I'm not going to be disappointed. But I would play.
Listen. Well, firstly, before Springer, you jump in there. Anyone in the chat, what are your thoughts? Right, this is a contentious area here. Would you go with Pepe? Would you go with Willian for his experience? There's a few. Before you go on, Springer, there's things I noticed about the Pepe situation with regards to why I don't think we're getting the best out of him. We discussed this the other day, you and I. Right. So when we were watching, when we were watching Aubameyang initially a few months back, there was a run he was making, and he wasn't being picked out. It was a ball over the top or through behind the fullback, and he wasn't getting picked out until Tierney came into the team, and then suddenly these balls have been getting through, and he's been taking teams on the break or over the top. Now, I noticed in the last game in particular, was the Leicester game, wasn't it? I don't know if you guys watched it, but similar situation. Pepe at the moment is receiving the ball with two players on him. Yeah, he's constantly got two players on him, doubling up on him, and he has to try and beat people. And we're sitting there going, he's not imposing himself on the game. He's not, and we're getting frustrated with him. But then I notice he makes this same type of run in behind the fullback. So the ball between the centre back and the fullback, if it slipped through at the right time, he's on. He's on goal. And I've watched a few of the goals. Yeah, a few of his goals, previous club in France, and he scored a lot of goals like that. Once he's 1-on-1, he's deadly. I think we haven't learned to play him properly yet, and part of that is someone like a Hwasem Moore doesn't exist. That creativity. Now that I've put that point across, what are your thoughts, Springer? Would you play Pepe or would you play Willian? And you guys in the chat, do you guys think there's any? What would you go with?
It's a nice problem to have because normally we don't have these kind of problems. Yeah, but I would still play Willian. And Pepe's not crap. Right. People going, he ain't crap, man. No, he's not. I mean, towards the end of last season, he was looking good. I mean, the FA Cup, as Shaheen rightly said, he made a difference. So, I mean, do you think that's what is missing? Someone to unlock him? Yeah, because you see how he gets man marked out of games. Everyone's going about Pepe. He ain't this, he ain't that. If Pepe was worth like 25 million, no one be saying shit, right? They man mark him out the game. That's what's happening. And like you said, we need someone to slip him that ball. Once we play to his strength, he's off, man. That's it.
So he's a bit of a victim of the price tag, isn't he? And everyone's getting a bit sort of, we spent 72 million on him. That could have been spent on a defender. We should have spent that on a defender, and I probably would agree with that. But we didn't. So, it is what it is. The fact of the matter is, that's what we got him in for. If we didn't get someone like that, we'd be complaining that we don't spend. So I think, give him some time. At least he's got someone like Willian to learn off. So, yeah, I probably would agree with you with the front three. It's a toss-up between Willian and Pepe. But I'll probably go with Pepe because I think Willian's got the capability to make more of an impact coming on than Pepe has. Pepe needs to be involved through the whole game. I don't know. It's a spin-up. But moving forward, what do you think Liverpool are going to come out with? I mean, you've seen the previous games with us. Look, I've looked at the last 5 or 10 games, and we've obviously improved over the last few games against them. What do you think Liverpool are going to do? Anything different, or do you think they're going to come out as normal?
Go on, Springer.
No, I don't know, man. No, I think Liverpool might be a little bit shook of us now. Yeah, it's ain't a normal. I mean, Liverpool, big man. You reckon Liverpool a bit shook of us now?
Come on, Springer, just come at me with it. You tell me what you think. That's what I got you here for. Yeah. I don't want you to hold back. Just tell me.
Liverpool are going to be shook of us, mate. They're not going to think this. They're going to roll us over like all like 4-0 and all that. They know this ain't no normal Arsenal no more. I'm not saying like we've improved, like, you know what I mean? Like we're ready to challenge for the league, but we ain't easy, man.
Listen, I think Liverpool will be, they would want to make up for last time kind of thing, if that makes sense.
Yeah, of course.
Do you know what I mean? Because we did them at Emirates. and then we did them over Charity Shield.
Yeah.
Right. And
Yeah.
I think they would want to. They can't let us beat them. Yeah, they can't. They're not going to let us beat them easily at Anfield again. You know, I think I can see them in a changing room before the game. They're going to say, "Oh, guys, we need to put this right. This can't happen again. We need to sort them out." And that sort of talk. And I think that they will come out with a point, not point to prove, but to make sure that they'll put the record right.
So, what are you predicting then is going to happen, in your opinion?
What?
I think Liverpool
2-1 Arsenal, man. Yeah.
No, I think Liverpool will probably. I think Liverpool will probably play a very, very strong team, and I think they would make sure that they will win.
Okay, all right. So I think we have a super chat in here. So let's just give Mr. TD shifts his moment. He's saying it's not coming up at the moment for some reason. Let's see if we get it up. Okay, here we go. TD shifts. Thank you for the donation, by the way. I call it a donation. It's funny.
Thank you, TD.
But look, super chat. Liverpool first, Arsenal second, Man City third, Chelsea fourth, and fifth, Leicester sixth. There is no longer a top 6. It's top 10 now. After City getting slapped by Leicester, love the channel. Keep up the hustle. #AFC. Thank you, TD Shifts. Listen, you're jumping the gun there, man. We're still talking about this one game, and he's already announced the top 6, what it's going to be, and we might as well just pack up now. But TD Shifts, thank you, man, and I'll be holding you to that. I'll be keeping an eye out over the course of the season and see where everyone places. So look,
you ain't even got to put that in the super chat. We'd have read it out anyway.
Yeah. So as I was saying, firstly, Shaheen, put your money where your mouth is. What's the prediction? Because you started hesitating, but my man Springer, he jumped in with ultimate confidence. 2-1 Arsenal. You sat there looking up in the. You sat there looking up at the ceiling, and there was too much of an uncomfortable.
I'm looking at this dragon, man. This thing's like a fucking dragon, man. I'm just waiting for it to breathe fire out.
Springer's got a drone. Wait, that's not a dragon queen, man. That's a drone. It's a podcast rival with a drone. I just let you know that, innit? Go on, come on, Shaheen.
Listen,
what's going to happen?
I think tomorrow is going to be a very, very, very good game to measure what we're about, and I think I think we will be coming up against an extremely good Liverpool team who really would want to put one over us.
Answer, boy.
Yeah, well, I'm gonna go for a 1-1 draw.
He's not confident, is he? He's not. I knew it. I knew the way he was longing out that answer.
I'm gonna go for a 1-1
No, hold
draw.
on. You were long in it. You were long in that answer.
No,
it's like when you were at school and someone asked you a question.
No. I'm looking forward to tomorrow because there's going to be a lot of players who are going to get measured because I think it's going to be. Listen, I'm worried for 2 things. I'm worried if we go there and put a really good performance and beat Liverpool. I'm worried in a sense
why?
Because then let me finish my sentence. So if we go there, put a really good performance and beat Liverpool, or we go there and we get spanked, right? If any of these 2 happens, it will affect our transfer window. I'll guarantee you.
Yes,
if we go there and if we put a performance against Liverpool and we beat them, it might affect us buying Thomas Partey. I'll tell you that for free now because they're going to be especially if he plays El Neni and El Neni does well.
Partey's done. The deal's
you know what I mean? They're going to be like, do we really need to spend money on Thomas Partey?
Watch your mouth, Shaheen, man.
No. Hold on. Oh my God. Hold on.
That shit happens all the time. I don't want that shit happening.
The other way,
on repeat.
If we go to Liverpool, right, and we get spanked, right, I can easily see Arsenal going and buying some shit like Jorginho because they're going to be panicking. Oh, this, that, the other. Thomas Partey is going to be expensive. They got 10 days left. They're going to be like, let's just do the deal for Jorginho. So I'm worried on both ways.
Basically, you're telling us to screw these away. Is that what you're saying?
No, I'm not saying that. I want Arsenal to win every
if we win, we won't buy anyone. Well, look, what you're saying is if we win,
No, I
you'll
didn't
buy
say that.
anyone.
I didn't say that. I said if we
and
go,
if we-
I said it will
well, look.
affect our transfer business stealing. If we go there and
I'll
put a
just check-
really
I'm just
good
checking.
performance. No, if we go there, put a really good performance, which I want my team to do. I want Arsenal to win every game, right? But if we put a really good performance, I've seen this with Arsenal before.
100%.
They're gonna be like,
100%,
do we really need to buy?
I'm trying not
these
to
couple of
think this
players,
way,
this
man.
and that.
Lev, you've
No,
seen it
bro,
through, Lev.
we've seen this in the past.
Shut up! Shut up! I don't
We've
want to
seen
hear
this
it.
in the past, man. You gotta face it.
No.
And remember,
All right.
8-2
No,
Man
it
United.
happens a lot.
8-2
No.
Man United. What happened next? They bought Mertesacker. They bought Arteta. Who else they bought? They bought another very average defender as well, out of panic. These guys had a long time. There's about 10 days left. And I just hope.
You got a super chat, Lev.
Yeah.
Hold that, right, Shaheen, yeah, because you've taken this on a negative vibe, but no, actually, not negative. It's actually interesting. We're taking it. I like this. Right, let's look at right. DJ Fury, yeah, says say it with your chest, yeah. So next time you're gonna say, if I ask you a question, which is, hey, Shaheen, what's the score gonna be? Don't do the older and then answer it because like that was obvious that you were not feeling us winning. T-Day. Yeah, you were wording it. That's exactly. That's not the word in it. TD shifts with another super chat. It's going to be 3-0 twice in the league and the Carabao Cup, but LFC will still win the league. Arteta has got the top 6 numbers. Pep Blue. So like this TD shifts is coming across like some, I don't know, like fortune teller. He's already told us the top 6, and now he's told us the. So boys, if you want to make yourself a little bet, yeah, Shifts is starting a little book on some of these things. I'm sure you can catch him on his Twitter. DJ Fury, Deja, I will take a draw. My man, you were just telling Shaheen to say it with your chest and all of that. A few minutes ago, you were saying we were going to win. Now, after listening to Shaheen with his negative chat, you've now been dragged back down to I will take a draw.
It's just reality.
That was it. Oh, Captain Clunner's gone in hard as well. Look at this. You will get spanked. That's it. Nothing else. I don't. Captain Clun, who do you support? I'm just trying to figure out. Wisdom Triumph is coming with something as well. Let's have a look what he was saying. If Arsenal can manage Liverpool's intensity, we will have a chance. That's what he's saying. So, all right, there's a few here. Rams losing, Nuggets out. No, this is American football stuff, man. I'm not interested in that stuff. Preach Shaheen. Yeah, look. You started the cult now, Shaheen.
Yeah,
look,
this old school Gunner, man. He knows what I'm talking about.
Old school Gooner in the cult of Shaheen. Preach Shaheen. It's true. But I hope Arteta will still fix our centre mid, whatever the result, and get the quality we need and not panic buy. DJ Fury, Deja Vu, tomorrow a week left, not 10 days. Okay, well, there you go. So, listen,
can I just clarify something?
Yes, you can. Of course you can.
Yeah, listen, I'm not being negative. I want my team to win every game. Okay, and I have every confidence in Arteta to play a very good game, and he will set up right, and I'm sure he will. He's done it before, and he will probably get it right. My concern is people above Arteta. It's the Edus, it's the Cronkies, it's the Vinais, and for them to sit down and say, we just put a really good performance at Anfield away and we beat them. Do we really need to go and buy all of these players? Why don't we use what we have and save a bit of money? You know how Arsenal, and I've seen this.
You're right. No, I know.
Remember, Sheem, against the champions.
Yeah,
boys,
exactly.
I did say this like the other day, and Shaheen said it as well. Like he could understand what I was saying. It is like support. It is like dating somebody that you know is no good for you. Like it's an ex-girlfriend. You know she's no good for you, right? She tells you all the right things and gets you bastard in it. Oh, it's gonna be all right. It's gonna be different this time, and then she does it to you again, right? Or she just that's what Arsenal do to me every season. They do it to me. Like, I'm not.
Well, every transfer window, when it comes to the season ticket renewal, we're linked with top players. Comes transfer window, none of that has materialized, and you're like, what's occurring here? How many times they're going to pull this? Now this time around it's been a bit different because of the COVID and all these things, but still, I said this. I don't want to keep repeating my points. I said the other day when we speak to Lev, this team needed a Thomas Partey since Patrick Vieira left. So since then, this position has never been addressed. Now, there's this guy. He's got a release clause. He's important to his team. They don't want to lose him on the cheap. If you want this guy, Arsenal Football Club, go there, put the money on the table, take the guy that you need, not the guy that you want, the guy you need. But no, we have to do a deal with Torreira and this. We offered them that, this, and then we've got a week left, and it's going to get to a point when Atletico are going to turn around and say, you know what, we're not going to have time to replace Partey now. You left it too late. Same old story with Arsenal.
Springer's still being attacked by some. Now he's talking to the Dragon Queen. He's a talking Dragon Queen. All right. So look. Our TD Shifts is at it again. He's got a lot to say today. This lad. Let's have a look. What is he saying? Okay. I don't know why it's a bit slow today. This thing, when you click on it, doesn't come up really quickly. Okay. So TD Shifts is saying, I'm saying it with my chest. Where is your chest, Shaheen? Back your team and back the progress. DW, what does that mean?
Bro, I am.
We are getting. Oh, look, he's saying we're getting Partey. This guy is on it today. So the Mystic Meg of the podcast world, he is hitting us with hard facts today. Shaheen, say it with your chest, bro. That's what he's saying. Yeah, you've been sitting there, wishy-washy fan, isn't it? All right. So look,
I just hope he's right. Comes 1 week time.
Springer, I'll bring you on this, right? So now we've talked about the game and all of that. Obviously, no one's really said anything. What are you predicting, very quickly? We haven't. Did you say 2-1? Yeah,
2-1. Arsenal.
Okay, 2-1. So you're going for a 2-1 win. Okay. I'm gonna go 2-1 as well, Springer. Right. So we'll move on from that. Now we're talking about the transfer talk. That's what we've been doing because Shaheen's done it again, jumped straight in and took us to where I was meant to go next, didn't it? So you might as well just let him write this show.
My apologies. My apologies.
That's all right, bro. This transfer saga, right? It's having an effect again on this fan base because, like, I noticed at the start when Arteta's come in, there was this positive vibe, yeah, and then everything started to go positive. We've gone and won the FA Cup. There was this really positive patch. It went on for a couple of weeks, and then everyone's thinking, the vibe I'm getting, everyone's thinking we're going out, we're going and buying these players. So we went out, got Gabriel, this, that, and the other, and on loan. And then there was all this talk about Partey and Houssem. And we're thinking, I don't know about you, but I got the perception we're going straight in to get these guys as well. It's been weeks and weeks and weeks. And suddenly I've noticed the fan base sort of vibe is changing again. And they're starting to icker against each other. And you've got certain big accounts saying it's not happening. The board are going to let us down again. Arteta out and all this. And we're sitting here going, the other batch sitting there saying, I trust the process. What do you say, What do you say, Springer? What are you saying on this matter?
Do you know what? Yeah, you have to. It's like, all right, you know, like they say they're going for Jorginho, yeah? He said we're going to back Arteta. Just back him, innit? If you don't go, if that's what you need to back him, whatever players he feels what he needs. So if we don't get Partey, we don't get him. I would like to see him at the club, but you have to back the manager. Do you get what I mean? You have to back who he brings in. We said we're going to back him, innit?
So your philosophy, no matter who he brings in right now, you've made a decision in your head. You're backing the manager.
Yeah, 100%.
What if he went and got? I don't know, someone you really didn't like in our team? I don't know. We needed a DM last minute, and he's gone Danny Drinkwater or something like that. You still backing the manager? I'm just asking the question. Like, how far does this loyalty go? You know what I mean?
He might turn him into. Listen, you have to back him. Back the manager, innit? And at the end of the season, we'll be calling him dead, innit?
Yeah.
If it don't work out.
You know what? I love this.
You know
these shows, yeah. We're keeping these shows, yeah. So we know we're going to be going back to these in the weeks on end, Springer. So I'll be, So you're going to back the manager, whatever he brings in, yeah. Listen, I'm feeling that. I'm feeling that, bro, because I do believe we've got to give him a chance.
If it don't work out, do you know what I mean? I'll be like, he has to go.
Okay, all right. Shaheen, your thoughts. What are you saying?
Speak, man.
Well, listen.
Do you need a few minutes?
No, I don't. But I've already said what I thought on the transfer window. It's, these guys, they had all this time. We've got a week left. Mustafis is still here. Socrates is still here. Torreira is still here. El Nenes is still here. Who else? Chambers is still here. That's 6 players that allegedly we're going to go. We got rid of Mkhitaryan on a free, just to release the salary. The Ozil situation has not been resolved. Guendouzi's situation has not been resolved. So these are all the negatives. Positives is we've gone out there and we secured Gabriel. I would have liked Upamecano myself, but Arsenal being Arsenal, they didn't activate his break clause, not break clause, his clause, and he signed a new contract, so he's there now. Willian, I'm not sure about. I wasn't over the moon when we signed Willian because he wasn't really what we needed. We're still waiting for some Oa and Partey, and they've got a week to get it done. Apparently, this deal with Oa is being finalized. He's agreed personal terms. It's just figures between the club that needs to be. I read something about an hour ago that they rejected Arsenal bid and they're going back again with more money. Leon are saying, if you want to take our best players, this is how much we want for it. And Arsenal, obviously being Arsenal, they're not really going there. Thomas Partey again. My concern is they're going to leave it so late that those clubs wouldn't subsequently turn around and say, we're not going to have time to replace them. So yes, fine, you're going to buy them, but where's that going to leave us? How is it going to get a replacement? And that has been a problem with Arsenal, always leaving things very late. I don't know if it's a negotiation tactic. This Jorginho thing, again, could be a negotiation tactic with Atletico saying, you know what, we're going to look at Jorginho as well. Clubs do that, There's a lot of dirty tricks that they play in negotiations, and it's common knowledge. If the transfer window was closed tonight and Arsenal were left with what we've done, I would be fuming. I said if it was transfer deadline, if it was tonight and it was closed with the business we've done so far, I would be fuming. But they've got a week left to sort out Socrates, Mustafi, Guendouzi, who else?
A week though, we're not going to get all of these guys out in a week.
Partey listen, they had all this time. That's, I hear you. You've got to look at these. You've got to look at this from the board's point of view. You've got to ask the question. I mean, look, I'm not saying nothing because there's still a week left. They could pull it out of the hat. But if the week is come and gone and these things are not done, you've got to ask the question: what are you guys doing? What's the thought process?
You're gonna be fuming next week. You're gonna be fuming next week.
Well,
we're all gonna be fuming. I don't reckon it's gonna happen. I'd love it to happen.
Yeah, well,
so both of you were saying that neither of these guys are coming in. Is that what you both are saying?
I didn't say that.
Be honest.
I didn't say that. I don't know. There is talk that this some Aura is being done. But listen, if I had to pick one, I'll pick Partey over Aura, because I think we need Partey more than some Aura. But we've got another week left. We've got to give them the benefit of the doubt that they're going to get it down in a week. And if they don't, then I can go hard on them, saying what's the carrying? I like Mikel Arteta. I like what he's done. I don't know what else he needs to go to do for the owner of the club to turn around and say, I'm going to back this guy. I've got a gem here and I'm going to back him. He's just won me the FA Cup with a very average squad, and I need to back him. It's not I want to. I need to back him because, one, is going to shut the fans up. 2, is going to buy me a bit of time. 3, I'm backing the guy who's made improvement. 4, if I back this guy, he makes improvement, we'll finish into Champions League, I will make more money. So all these incentives is there for my man to back him. If he doesn't, boy, it's going to be a problem.
All right, so let me take this back down to Springer, yeah? Because Springer was saying back the manager. No matter what, back the manager. So let me throw this scenario back at you, Springer, right? The two guys that we're meant to be getting in, we don't get in. Yeah. What if we get no one in? What do you say then? Is it manager's fault? Is it the board? Do you still back the manager?
We know whose fault it is. The manager don't control the money. We know whose fault it is. Let's be honest.
Yeah.
Let's quick one. Big up Sonny. I just see him in the comments. Yeah. Big up Sonny.
Oh yeah, Sonny man. Hope you're good.
It's Conky's fault. The manager don't own the club. Yeah.
Yeah.
Back the manager still.
Yeah.
Okay.
Time to go. You know what I mean?
So what do you think happens? What do you think happens to the fan base then if the window closes? These two players don't come in. I worry about what would happen to our fan base if those two players don't come in this season, because half of us are saying back manager, give him time, and the other half are like kicking off already. So what do you think? What do you think was going to happen, and what effect is that going to have on us moving forward? I mean, right now we've got a positive manager.
Some of these fans are going to kick off whether we get them players or not. Let's be honest. Yeah, the majority are just going to kick off whether we get them players or not, because they just got something against Arteta anyway. Do you know what I mean? But you know how Arsenal fans like, innit? We sit there and argue.
Think there's a group of fans?
We don't argue with each other, but it's just more drama.
There's someone in the chat that I know, boys. Dylan Butler, if it's you, Bobblehead, right? I want you to come and represent Man United on a show one day, yeah? But thanks for watching. He says, you guys, I think he's saying, he says, you guys have the same problem as Man United. Lack of urgency due to either your poor organisation or the owners acting as a barrier, slowing needed investment. So Butler, yeah, I guess, I mean, the United problems is pretty similar. I mean, they're not, are they similar? Is it down to their owners, or are people not? I'm not antagonizing you, Butler, by the way, but is it just that you're not being really, as a player, are you being blown away by speaking to Ole Gunnar Solskjaer, for example, or is it an owner situation? I don't know, but Arteta seems to have that thing where he can convince people. That's what I think, anyway. He's got a bit more charisma about him, but
yeah,
that's a similar problem. Man United
historically, if you look at Pep's assistant managers, they have always gone on to do well. Always. So his assistant in Bayern Munich, in Barcelona, and again in Man City now, Arteta, they've always gone on to do well. And going back to the point that you said, Lev, Arteta can only turn around and say, I want this player, that player, and that player. He doesn't have the checkbook to go and say, right, here's the money, boom, I'll get it. He needs to be backed with the right players, because I think this guy can do something. I think he loves the club. It's clear that he loves. He says the right things, and he backs that up in games with the tactics that he plays. He's won the FA Cup now. We looked a lot better. We're more organized. Players have improved in their performances. So Arteta has done what he needed to do as a manager. So all is left now is for the owner to come and back him. And as I said, I'm going to give that benefit of doubt. They've got a week left. They might be able to pull it off. But if they don't, then you really got to ask questions that why, of the owner, you've got to ask, why are you here? Why are you here? What do you want from this club? Because this club has just been going down, 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 down under your custodialship, as you call it. You come and tell us, be excited. Then you go buy a £70 million winger who apparently we had our pants pulled down over, and an 18-year-old kid for 30 million, and David Luiz. We spent 30 million on Saliba, 8 million on David Luiz, just 38 million pounds. You're telling me last season we could not have gone and spent 30 million pounds and buy a proper kick-ass defender? But no.
Well, the money we spent on Pepe, we could have.
Yeah, all of them. If you put all the transfer money together, you can argue the case that it could have been spent better. I like Pepe. I think he's done really well when he's come in. The problem is he's got that 70 million tag attached to him. So the performances people expect are on a higher bracket. And you can argue that 70 million, 30. It's about 110 million they spent last season, and you can say this 110 million could have been spent in the right places. That's a defensive midfielder and a centre back, and possibly we may be playing Champions League now. Who knows?
Oh, big talk, big talk. All right, so look, everyone watching, if you've got any questions you want to ask, feel free to ask. Please, if you haven't already, subscribe, like, and turn on your notifications. We've got some shows coming on in the coming weeks that should excite you. Obviously, we're just starting to kick into gear now and start doing some shows, but we have lead judges and Turkish coming this Wednesday. As Shaheen previously mentioned as well, we'll be having Graham Brooks on regularly on a Sunday to have his sort of an in-depth analysis and talk about things on a slightly deeper sort of level. And we've got other things in the pipeline. So please, as I said, subscribe, like, turn your notifications on. And we will be doing something to do with Global Gooners, I believe, as well. We'll be running some sort of little campaign or competition where send us, DM us, little videos you might have done or anything like that, representing your area, your country, your postcode, whatever you want. Drop us, if you're a gooner, drop us something, let us know and tell us why we should have you on, and we'll pick the ones we think will add something to the channel. So anything else you guys want to discuss in this group? Springer, it's been a little while since we've had you on, bro. Anything Arsenal, hit us with it. What subject matter do you want us to cover?
I think we've covered
I'm giving you an opportunity. Yeah,
just transferred. We've covered it, man. That's all I want to see. Who's coming in? We've got a week to go. And the two players we want, they're not coming. They're not coming.
Do you know what?
I've seen this story.
Do you know what, guys? I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do it again. I think we're gonna get them.
On this stream.
Hold on, Springer. Lev, do you think we're gonna get both?
Fahim,
listen.
Stop drinking.
Listen.
And I know you don't drink.
No, I'm asking Lev because I have a feeling he thinks we're gonna get both.
I'm trying to be positive. Why can't I?
No, I'm asking.
I know
you can be positive all you like. It's not a problem. I'm asking you, do you think we're gonna get them both?
Okay, honest in my
he's doing what he said you were doing.
And it was me looking up at this and that.
Can I do a Shaheen?
Yeah.
Honestly, I know where you're coming from. Listen, I don't know why, but I think we're going to end up with Hwasem Moore. But I think we need both. And if I wanted one, it'd have to be Partey. But for some niggly reason, I think we're going to end up with Hwasem Moore. I don't know why. I'm hoping the fact that Torreira is going to Atletico must be an indicator that Atletico are willing to do business with us. Why would we give them a DM?
Apparently,
it's not happening.
Because no. Apparently, it's not related to Partey because I was reading an article. Whose article? I can't recall whose article was it, but they said Atletico have told Arsenal that Torreira is playing in a different position than Partey, so it's not really related. And they want to take Torreira on a loan with an option to buy next. Now, if Arsenal loan out Torreira to Atletico Madrid with the option to buy next season and don't get Thomas Partey, you really have got to question.
Yeah. Then you got to ask questions. Right. You've
got to say, what are you guys? What's the carrying up there?
That's where I was going to go with this, right? If they need something, obviously, if they're coming for Torreira, they feel they need a player like that, right? So we have something they want. So they've come to us to open some business negotiation up. If somehow we can't factor in Thomas Partey coming the other way, there's something you need to be asking questions about our negotiation capabilities. I totally agree with you on that, because why are we doing them a favour? The only one of his ilk really as a DM, and we're giving him away potentially, and we're not strengthening. I can't see doing that.
If we're a self-sufficient club, and we've been told by the owner, apparently, the git of the owner that we have, that you need to spend before you buy. Why are we loaning out Torreira? Where is the sense in that?
The only reason I can see us doing it is because we got someone in the other way. I can't see us doing it unless we know we got someone coming in the other way.
This is my point, that if they loan him out to Atletico and they don't get Thomas Partey, then you've got to ask them the question, because surely you have to keep Torreira because he can do a job in our midfield.
Well, this is what I'm saying. There's got to be someone coming the other way. Wisdom Triumph is asking, you need to talk about the additions that will make us Champion League winning side. Jesus, we got to get out of Europa first, but my man wants us to tell him what we need to win the Champions League. Does anyone want to answer that? Shaheen?
Well, Thomas Partey, Thomas Partey, some I think if they come in now with the current squad that we have, I think we can finish top 4.
He's talking about Champions League winning side. He's not even on about.
You're talking about winning the Champions League. He said Champions League. Stop giving the Shaheen spiel. We're not talking about top 4. Man's talking about winning Champions League.
Winning the Champions League. He's not about getting the Champions League. He's talking about winning.
Come on, man.
No,
come on, man.
I'll tell you what. There's one thing needs to change at Arsenal for Arsenal to win the Champions League, and that's Stan Kroenke. Until Stan Kroenke is at Arsenal, you have no chance of winning.
Just gotta let go.
Yeah, well, what has he done for me to not be on his case? I used to be like I used to know Arsenal gonna win games. I used to not be worried about going to Anfield. For me, it was like, yeah, I'm gonna see a good game and Arsenal will win. Now it's a different game, and why should I not be on his case?
Wait, who's this guy having you up, Springer? Malimo. Springer looks like Devon Dudley. Who's? Am I getting old? Who's Devon Dudley? Wait, Malimo, stick a picture for us to have a look. We'll judge that. Right, I'm going to look at that now. Actually, let's have a look at that. Who is this guy?
Leave a Springer alone, man.
WWF wrestler, man.
Shut up. Let's have a look at that. Look, I don't want to see it as well.
I just looked at it.
Oh Jesus, yeah. he looks like a juiced up Joe, doesn't he? The singer, the R&B guy. Look at him.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, Devon. Go on, Devon. Springer.
Man like Springer.
A man like the boing boing. Guys, so look. I mean, the way I see it is if we don't get these two, I don't see us finishing top 4. That is it for me right now. Because what we don't want to start dropping back into is this whole. I've always maintained Elneny's not good enough, right? I stand by what I said. I got into a tete-a-tete with somebody, as you know, Springer and you guys, over this particular subject. He was claiming that I said keep Arteta, keep Elneny because he's good enough. No, what I was saying is the way things are going on right now. If we don't have a player like that, if Torreira goes out,
keep him.
Unless we get Partey in. You know, if he's playing in a system and it's working and Arteta's getting the best of him, it might be an idea to keep him for a season or two as backup, but not as the main man in that middle. And then here's a question I'm going to throw back at you guys and people in the chat. If we get Partey, do you guys think he's going to be playing Partey and Xhaka, or think he's going to drop Xhaka?
Yeah, he's got to drop Xhaka, isn't it? Come on. Got to drop
guys in the chat. You can't play them both, can you?
If he gets Thomas Partey and Hussam or just Partey.
Well, look, obviously Hussam is not a Xhaka type player, so I haven't included him in this situation. For me, like for like in that particular midfield right now, you got Partey, Xhaka. Do you drop Xhaka if Partey comes in, or do you play the two and then play someone like a Hussam in the third?
If you want to keep Xhaka, then what's the point of buying Thomas Partey? If you're buying Partey, you've got to play him. And if you play him, and that means get rid of, because Thomas Partey, I think everybody agrees, is an upgrade on Xhaka. So if the system that he's playing, he needs two midfielders, one to sit and one to go and create, then he's got to play Partey and Aura. But if he's got Dani Ceballos and he's still going to buy some Aura and Thomas Partey, then I'm sure possibly he's thinking about some other formation of playing maybe 3 in the middle, of playing some Aura as like a number 10 type, and possibly Partey and Ceballos in the middle, or Partey and Xhaka in the middle, that kind of thing. So I think Arteta, the formation we're currently playing is the formation that's suited to the current bunch of players that he's got. But I think the ideal formation that he wants to play is something probably different. That's why he wants to sign both Thomas Partey, as well as Ceballos and Xhaka. So he shows that he probably wants to play that number. Maybe something similar to City with De Bruyne, Silva.
I think Xhaka would get dropped if he bought in Partey. And I think if he bought in, if for example, if he had Hwasem, I reckon he could go Partey and those two, Ceballos and Hwasem, because they can keep the ball better and dictate the play. I don't see them both playing. So this is also says to me, has Arteta got doubts over Xhaka, and is he only spoken to him to speech him over the last season or so because he didn't have anybody else?
All right, so let's say he speeched him to stay for the rest of the season. Why is he still there?
I don't think. Listen, they're not going to sell Xhaka in the next week.
No,
that is extremely unlikely. So he and listen, if Arsenal have got FA Cup, Europa League, Premier League. I'm not going to even count Carling Cup or Carabao Cup or whatever it's called. Because he'll probably play the kids in there. So you've got 3 competition, FA Cup, Europa League, and Premier League he's going to go for. So he needs to rotate players. He's not going to be able to get the same sort of players to play all of these fixtures. Remember, Thursday, Sundays is quite difficult. And in Europa League, you've got to travel to some funny places, man, 4 hours flight and all this sort of thing. So he needs players in order to rotate. And if I think he probably want to go for top 4 and win the Europa League. Realistically, I think that's what Arsenal should be aiming to do this season. And in order for him to achieve this, he needs a squad, a good squad, to compete on all fronts.
See, what I don't want us to do is don't want the past and go and buy last minute.
Well, it is now that time, Lev. Unfortunately, we've got a week left. In the last 3 or 4
Springer, what was he saying, bro?
I don't think Partey's coming, man. I'll be honest. Out of the 2, I don't think he's coming.
See, this is what I'm getting. I'm getting that feeling that the Hwasem, for some reason, the Hwasem deal seems to be more likely than the Partey deal, even though Partey is meant to be his number one choice. So what's stopping this happening? And why hasn't Kroenke just loaned us the money up front and just recouped it later? We've asked this question a couple of times now.
That's
Fury reckons we need a backup left back.
Yeah, I was just going. That's a good point as well, man. Because Kolasinac is he's an El Neni type player where he's not, good enough, but he can be a good squad player. He can probably play him in some Europa leagues and this and that. I know some people. I watched some podcasts that the guys go hard on him. I don't understand why. The guys are even refusing to call him by his name. He said the player that everyone knows. That is wrong, man. That is like
who did that? Who did that?
Some guy. I don't want to call him out.
We ain't gonna mention people's names and all that. We ain't that kind of podcast. But you see that Shaheem, right? When they're going hard at Kolasinac, shit. Right? You know why it is. Yeah, ain't got nothing because he ain't that bad. He just ain't for the Arsenal. Do you get what I mean? That's just a straight. I'll say it is a straight race thing, bro. Yeah, that's what. I'll say what I think. Like, you know what I mean? It's true. He ain't that bad.
Do you think there's a lot? There's a lot of players you could argue that happens to, innit? I mean, not just Arsenal players.
Yeah, it's true, man.
Look, the guy was. I remember when we signed him for free, right? And we paid him high. I think he's on £100,000 a week. Yeah, so it's not his fault that he's in that sort of a contract. He's done well for himself to get that contract. He's coming in, and now my man is just on his case. Like he's just. I don't think he should put another Arsenal. He should put an Arsenal shirt on again and all of these things. And I don't get it. If you don't like him, fine. There's a lot of other players that are worse than him, and then they've come. Look at David Luiz against Man City last season. Everybody was like, that's the end of it. This. 2 weeks later, he signed a new contract, and he's been playing since. But to go hard on someone like Kolasinac and say, or same as Ozil, man. Same as Ozil. I mean, look, Mesut Ozil is a podcast on his own. That why he's come to this, which I don't want to go into that now. But I just think, I see a lot of people going hard on some players.
That's a subject you can have with Turkish, man. That's a subject you can have with him. He will go on for ages. I'm sure.
I don't think Turkish goes on that much about him. All Turkish says, which is right. Why is he on $350 a week? And that was at the time. Do you get what I mean? But Turkish don't dig him out like some of these dudes do.
No, he don't dig him out. But he, you know, he's when he does say it, he's very sort of to the point about it. But we could argue he's not on 200. He's not on 350 grand a week. If he's not playing, it's only something like 200. Plus the other bits are add-ons and things like that. It's another show. It's another show.
Yeah, I had a conversation with Turkish about Ozil, and I said, well, "What's this? Listen, Mesut Ozil, he's capable of a lot of good things, and when he doesn't produce, this is frustrating, and you think, well, why are you not producing what we know you can produce?" But I think the way he's been treated by the club.
Tracking back business. I had this conversation with Lev the other day. He don't track back. He used to fucking track back for fucking Madrid. No? So why is he going to track back for Arsenal?
Well, this is a massive subject, right?
Sorry, Lev.
This is where we take it away. This is where we take it away from the money thing. Because to some extent I agree with Springer, because everything about Ozil has become the money thing, right? Oh, he's on 350 grand a week. He's kind of become like a bit of a scapegoat. Now, don't get me wrong. I'm not sitting here saying he deserves a position in the team right now. But the way Arteta wants to play right now, maybe he doesn't fit. But then what you just mentioned there, Springer, I hear what you're saying. We don't have a team strong enough to cater for a luxury player like him right now. I think that's what the problem lies. Maybe we said this as well, didn't we? Maybe if he had Partey all of a sudden in there, then you got Gabriel as well, and you got a stronger spine. Maybe, just maybe, there is a chance for him to come back into the fold. But the way it is right now, we can't carry anybody for any reason. So it's one of them.
Listen, man. When they told Ozil to track back, he said, "Well, I don't do that. What are we on about? Track back? That ain't in the contract." Track back. Why is Ozil going to track back, man?
Look, that's another situation.
When did they ever expect him to
track back? What the fuck is Ozil tracking back for? He ain't tracked back in any team he's played in.
Brother, if you really want to look at it, that's another situation that Arsenal got themselves into out of desperation last minute. Because Sanchez went and they thought if Ozil goes, these fans, it's gonna be uproar in them. So they thought, let's throw the money at Ozil, keep him, so at least we kept one and we got rid of one. And now they've got a player that is sitting on 350k a week, no need to move. It's not logical from his point of view to move. He's gonna sit out and he's gonna say, "You're not gonna play me. Fine, don't play me. I'm just collecting every week my money that you offered me."
Anyone would do the same thing, innit?
And I'll be off. Yeah, I think so as well. The problem is when we talk about it, right? We talk about it from a fan point of view, from the passion that we have, from a love that we have for the club, and we think, if I was getting 350 a week I'm playing for Arsenal, I would be bleeding on that pitch for Arsenal. But from the player's point of view, it's a bit different. You know, it's a business for them. Ozil is 31. That was his last payday. After this, he's probably going to go to America or somewhere like that, get another massive contract, and that'll be the end of it. So I don't see why. You know, what's the thing in Ozil? He needs to go. He needs to go. He's already quite clearly said he's not going to go.
Why the hate for it? There is a lot of hate, and I'll have to agree with Springer. I want to do another show on this actually, because there are certain players that do get a lot more stick than others, right? Yeah. I mean, you can go into other teams with Sterling's. Some could say, I don't even want to mention this team, but Spurs, the documentary, some were saying recently, Dele Alli was getting a lot of negative editing in that documentary. There's loads of different examples, so that's another subject matter in itself, and I'll probably have to agree with you.
Danny Rose.
There you go.
Danny Rose told the manager, I've been playing good. Other people been playing shit. He's a fucking cunt, mate. You know what I mean? I can't believe he's a... Hold on.
Yeah.
If Kane's did it, give me another English player. Give me another English player.
When Christensen was... What about when Christensen was going, when he wanted to go? My heart's not in it anymore, not feeling it. I want to go. And like, he went quietly, innit? No one really said much about him. Can you imagine that was someone like, imagine one of the other boys? I think he would have got a lot more stick for that. You know, it's another show entirely. Yeah. Well, look, I'm going to say, look, it's been an hour and 10. I think we're going to call it some time today. So we're just to clarify, Shaheen, you're saying 1-1 for the game tomorrow. Yeah.
Yes.
1-1. A very, very.
That's right. 1-1.
Yeah,
an optimistic 1-1.
We're on
a
the
positive 1-1.
A
positive 1-1. No, a positive 1-1.
Yeah, a positive 1-1. Okay.
That's right.
And Springer, you said 2-1. I say 2-1. If you guys, as I said before,
easy, but it's going to be 2-1.
What? 2-1 Arsenal, 2-1 Liverpool left.
2-1 Arsenal, he's saying. 2-1 Arsenal. We're going 2-1 Arsenal. We're going positive. We're going to come back on here and look like knobs when we come back. But we're going positive. 2-1. I'm saying it with my chest. I'm saying it with my chest. I'm saying it with my chest.
We want to hope it's 1-1 because if it's 2-1 Arsenal, none of them players are coming, bro.
Yeah, well, if they go in there and they put out a performance.
See, the way Shaheen's done it now is if we go and get a performance, he's taken the edge off it for me, the satisfaction from it. Because now he's some negative thing. We ain't going to go and sign anyone if we win.
I want Arsenal to win every game. I want Arsenal to batter teams. That's what I want. That's why I want these boys to spend the money and get the players in.
Oh, your old school Gooner, yeah? Your number one boy, yeah? He's saying
he's a top man.
So he's gone with you, but you see what he's gone with you, but he's changed it a little bit to 2-2. So it's still a draw, but it's a 2-2.
Yeah.
He's gone with his.
It's a positive draw. It's a positive draw.
I hope you both wrong. But guys, if you haven't already, please subscribe, like, and turn your notifications on. As we say before, Wednesdays we've got lead judges and we've got Turkish coming on. We've got Graham Brooks coming on Sundays. Things are starting to ramp up now, so hopefully we're going to start clicking into gear. Global Gooners, any of you, feel free to message, DM, let us know why we should have you repping your area, whether you're abroad, whether you're here. If you're a global Gooner, give us a shout and tell us why we should have you on our show. And if we think you'll add something to it, we'll have you on. So anything else you guys want to add before we go?
No, just thank you everybody for watching. Thank you everyone for watching. Thanks for the super chats. Thanks for the support. Yeah. And hopefully I'll be wrong and Arsenal win tomorrow.
Yeah, man. Yeah. Big up the fans in the chat.
Springer doesn't want to do it. All right, boys and girls, we're out of here, yeah. So peace. Thank you for joining us. Keep watching. Any comments, whatever that you think are going to be useful, feel free to drop us a comment. And have a good evening.
Yeah, we're still live.
We're
still live.
Nah.
Yeah, we're